Well, first of all, as far as enticing a candidate for portraiture, my mother, of course, had to find them, find out about them. She would find out about the people she wanted to paint because she knew that there must be some history there. She was always interested in their features. She thought they had very, very aquiline and noble countenances, which she wanted to capture. But in some cases she would have difficulty in getting them to pose because they could not quite understand why she wanted to paint them. In many cases they never heard of being painted in the first place, and quite often she would have to demonstrate on a small sketchboard what she intended to do before they really hoisted in what she really wanted to do. Once she got them to paint for her, then quite often they would just sit like stone images, and she, to the point where she would say from time to time, "Please relax. You don't have to turn as if you're in stone. It doesn't matter whether you blink or move your head. It's want to be natural." So she would try to entice them to relax and to paint, and they would become very, very interested, and so would all their colleagues. The other Indian people in the encampment would gather around behind her, and she had to get used to doing this. A lot of people don't like being watched when they're doing something. Well, she had to put up with that whether she liked it or not. And they would all sit around making comments and clicking their tongues, and if she did something or painted something quite that they didn't like, they would tell her so, and one thing and another, to the point where she got so used to doing it that it did not bother her, and she, I think it helped her try to paint them as they really were, not as say a camera would capture them on a fleeting second. So she was always very proper about making sure that she paid them. She would never expect them to do it for nothing. And as you can probably well know, in those days, in the 20s and 30s, a couple of dollars was a lot more than it is now. And my mother was never a wealthy person, but she would always give them a few dollars, and they, from what I recall, were always very appreciative of it.